Yes. 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 First, I want to thank you guys for coming to the Ktng Morning Show, and let us begin our morning prayer. Hands up this way, people, not this way. All right. God bless the first day of breathing. God bless for giving me the ability to get up this morning, to help those who cannot help themselves, to show compassion to those who may be our enemies and deserve a patada and a culo from time to time. But most important, God bless that we can be better human beings on this planet and to each other, brothers and sisters. Jesus Christ, we say these things. Jah Rastafari, Jah Rastafari, Jah Rastafari. To the 227th heir to the throne of God himself, Haile Selassie, Jah Rastafari. Thank you, and welcome to the Ktng Morning Show. As you all know, I do want to welcome you to not just what we would call, say, Black History Month. No, I have a completely different saying for that. Straight up. I'm serious. You know what I call it? I call it the African mental liberation from diasporic mystery in Black History Month. Okay? What does that mean? What does that mean? African mental liberation from diasporic mystery in Black history. Well, the reason why I wrote that and so forth is because I wrote it down that way because I modeled most of it from, say, like one of my better instructors and mentors, who was Dr. Kwaku Lin. Oh man, I'll tell you one thing. I remember working on his first African Mental Liberation Weekend. That's where I got it from. And it was pretty good. I worked on a Ramadan specials as well. And it was kind of interesting, kind of special. And these were my days at KTNG. So every now and then I get a little memory jog into it. But you know something, people? It's Friday. Let's have some fun with the stories today and be a little serious. I gotta go give an early shout out morning to D-Lo. You're in a relationship, good about damn time. Alright, about freaking time. Alright, anyway, people, welcome to the Ktng Morning Show. Hold up. Oh, okay. Hey, how y'all doing this morning? Good morning. And as always, God bless, Jah Rastafari. That's right. This is the Ktng Morning Show. And of course, needless to say, I am just having a blast this morning because I'm being a knucklehead. Yeah. About 28 minutes ago, I just woke up. Yeah, I look like stir-fried dog noodle, but who cares? Alright? Anyway. This is the Ktng Morning Show, and I'm your host. The man with the most, the man that clears it from coast to coast, from the top of the mountain to under the 25 freeway. The host from both coasts and is the best in the Midwest, so don't test or catch a dirt nap with a hole in your chest. That freak on the peak, no Tina and Ike. Okay, the freak of the peak off Pike. No Tina and Ike. All color vision on Facebook and YouTube. We start the we up for you, so coffee up for the attack and laugh, cause this is the Ktng Morning Show on track. Morning break your fast, cause the evolution of the revolution is everyone's solution. Let's get it on and blast, cause let's get it on. Let's just get it on and blast the cause of being that ass. Okay, so cause obviously, there are people out there you just need to ask. Okay, anyway, good morning. Welcome to the Ktng Morning Show. It's Friday, y'all. You know how this works. Okay, we're going to go out and we're going to work all day, and we are going to act in the vengeance of consumerism like there's no tomorrow. But you know how we do here in KTG, basically we start with what the hell happened to my ass? Okay? Okay? let's just say yesterday was a trying day. Okay, it was, man. It's like you trying to get people on the phone, services, you trying to get everything done and da 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 da. And ultimately, what it boils down to is that the El Paso County Department of Human Services is useless, totally useless. So now I got to go up here today and so forth and deal with these jackasses because they straight screwing around with my Medicaid. Okay, now, second thing, found out that it's not Western Union, okay? But Western Union plays a part of this. It's checking the cash. You checking the cash island places and whatnot? Yeah. These are the people that are basically cycling counterfeit money through their offices. Now, we're live on Facebook and on YouTube today, so hopefully you take this down as something to learn, okay? You know, unspoken knowledge means you guys are going to be walking around in ignorance, so work with it. All right, so checking the cash has a habit of like slipping in $100 bills. It's like anywhere from denominations of $100 to $20 bills, $20 to $50 to $100 bills. And most of these are counterfeit. So if you go to any checking the cash that has a Wells Fargo or Western Union, and you are trying to receive money or send money, receive money, make sure that you take your money straight to the bank first. Take photographs of the cash that you get right there and take it straight to the bank and make sure that those bills are correct and those bills are not counterfeit. Because if they're counterfeiting signs, the counterfeit 9 times out of 10 out here, you can mess around and whatnot and ruin a complete, and basically just upset. An economic system that these people have had here for like about 100 some odd years. Okay, silver state my ass. Anyway, all right. Consumer fraud is at an all-time high out here, man. Seriously, dog. If everybody thinks that it's Colorado, they got free weed, and and all that crap and everything. No. You guys don't get it. Okay, the subterfuge is here. Okay. The subterfuge is here. Oh, good grief. Okay. There you go. Gee, I hate when I get silent on this craziness. It's called, okay, there we go. Every now and then, I got these issues with the computer and software. But anyway, the fact of the matter is this, people, they are straight, jacking people up and checking the cash, and they got like this system set up to where if you go in and you get more money, get your money from these fools, man. Count your money for you. Count your money and take a picture of it. Get it to the bank and get it checked out. All right. And there it lies, consumer fraud, which I'm basing this on today. But I am investigating this whole thing, so I'm going to get to the bottom of it. Anyway, it is 54 degrees out here, right? Damn near summer. We have bipolar weather out here to the point of saying, "Oh my God, you got to be kidding me!" Yeah, it snowed last night, so I don't know if it's still snowing now, but it is snowing. Anyway, let's get to some stories, people, about consumer fraud. Okay, that's why we have stir-fried doggy do in the morning. Okay, but anyway, the reason why it's like consumer fraud and everything is because a lot of fraud is out in the great world that we all live in and so forth. And for the most part, and I think I figured out why there's such consumer fraud. I look at the contestants on Jeopardy who have no idea of Black history at all in this country. History around the world at all, or biblical African history, to be amazed. It really is. It really is amazing, though. It really is. It really is. But as always, there are what we call debunk history. Okay, debunk history is the stuff that consumer fraud history, as I would call it, is the teachings of people to other people that if they see your legends and myths come out and whatnot, they're going to always find a way of disputing it. Like I had this dispute with this one chick who sat there and said, well, how did the Eskimos, the Indian, I told her that the Indians and the Eskimos were here by way of the the great ice shelf they called Bering Strait, which, if anybody's ever actually went there to see it, you can see where that could have been a bridge millions of years ago, and where Mongolian Asiatic people walked across that shit and made it across to America long before there was anybody here. Or, you know what I'm saying? So me and this girl, we argued about that. No, those Indians were here way long time before then, and everything like that. It's like, okay, cool. All right, so there were just people here. Okay, nobody was born, nobody walked, or no migration whatsoever. Well, I had to debunk old girl, show the history of it and so forth, and guess what? Some people did come in that way. Other tribes and cultures and so forth evolved with split up. Okay? But let's keep it all perspective, shall we? Since this is, as I would say, African mental liberation from diasporic mystery and black history, we're going to open your mind to freedom and let you know your price to get it. Okay? All right. So, since we got a lot of liars out there and so forth, one of the biggest liars is Cheeseburger himself, we're going to help him and all his white supremacist friends understand a few basic truths in black history. All right? Okay. Let's start with the first one. First big ass lie is that whites were the first people on Earth. No. Okay? As long as Mendel's law is in effect, whites can never be the first human beings. Ever. So you got to go talk to Mendel about that. Okay, number two, let's see. Blacks in slavery were only cotton pickers and maids. Wow. Okay, let's really look at some of that. Okay. Alrighty. Blacks were desired so badly by white Europeans that they were willing to build thousands of ships over hundreds of years to sail thousands of miles over treacherous oceans to start wars with those black people, to capture them, bring them back thousands of miles, to enslave them forever, to serve whites forever. Blacks had built civilizations on the African continent while that whites hoped to build on America. A close reading of the newspaper advertisements placed by American slave dealers and slave traders shows that blacks were skilled artisans and craftsmen at the highest level. It is also easy to find ads by white people selling engineers, carpenters, mechanics, bricklayers, masons, nurses, blacksmiths, seamsters, and bakers. Okay. Dominating the, building trades after the so-called emancipation of 1863. Lincoln freed the slaves. That's a big-ass lie right there. Okay? Steven Spielberg may believe it, but, it's just ain't true. Careful reading of Lincoln's 1863 Emancipation Proclamation proves that it freed not a single slave. Not at all. Why do you think most people don't want? Why do you think most people don't pick up pennies on the street? Okay. How about this one? Blacks ate each other in Africa. Cannibalism. In the General History of Virginia, Captain John Smith wrote that when famine struck his new colony in Virginia in 1623, that the English settlers dug up, quote unquote, a savage we slew and buried and ate him. Another wrote, Captain Smith was boiled and stewed with herbs. And other white Virginian did kill his wife out of her and eaten part of her, and many fed on corpses. Okay? So I don't think that is kind of like a thing that they have in Africa, like cannibalism, that sort of thing. Okay, but they say evidence of cannibalism is found in all places on Earth, but the place where it is most rare is Africa. This basically becomes a circumstance, which is a circumstance of aggressive assertion by white supremacy. Number 6, how about this one? The United States government has helped blacks succeed. Really? The FBI took hundreds of known actions against black advancement organizations during the Civil Rights era, including the use of agent provocateurs, saboteurs, wiretapping, and the planting of false rumors and disinformation, since we are quite capable of falling for it every single time. All right. You know, that sort of thing. So if the United States government has helped blacks succeed, then why did most of our organizations become silent, mute, destroyed? Okay? And most of the members are either exiled. Well, J. Edgar Hoover had a lot to do with that. And then basically, not only that, but also the assassination of Martin Luther King. So, let's see. How about another big fat lie? Jews built the pyramids. I'm not even going to touch that because y'all know full well that no such thing as that didn't even happen. Okay? All right. Okay. There are hundreds of pyramids on the earth, but the Great Pyramids of Egypt were considered the first of the 7 wonders of the world. The white-skinned Jews that now inhabit Palestine have erroneously claimed that according to the Bible, their ancestors were slaves in Egypt under Pharaoh. Okay, and that they built the pyramids, but several Jewish scholars like Professor Shlomo Sand, author Cole Lester, and others have already dealt the fatal blow to the claim that the Caucasian Jews have any connection whatsoever to those Hebrews of the King James Bible. Now, of course, they tell you this, but the black Jews out there called Philosophists. Alrighty? So, I mean, come on. The guy's name is Shlomo. Okay, where did they get this stuff from? Okay, how about this? Blacks sold other blacks into slavery. Okay, no. One of the most unseemly manifestations of black self-hatred is the often violently held belief that 500 years ago, Africans sold other Africans into centuries of slavery. It is erroneously believed that after thousands of years of African life, blacks all of a sudden collapsed into internecine strife and started killing each other, selling their fellow kinsmen to foreigners for profit. The fact is that the Portuguese explorers mastered a pattern of European conquest that is 6,000 years old. Okay? They deliberately created mixed race subgroups with the intention of using them to capture and enslave the native African populations. Arriving on the Cape Verde Islands in the late 1400s, Jewish slave merchants kidnapped and raped African women and the mixed race offspring called Wakandos were raised on the islands as European Jews practicing Judaism and respecting Jewish authority. Okay? Yo, half-breeds, not like the dark-skinned Whoopi Goldbergs, okay? Okay, so, needless to say, that never happened. Okay, it never happened, okay? Historian Walter Rodney describes these African slave traders thus: many of the private traders were mulattoes, already linked to the Africans by blood, and there were those who had become so integrated into the African way of life that they wrote tribal tattoos. They wore tribal tattoos. It was these who were the authentic Lakatos, literally those who had thrown themselves among the Africans. Oh boy. Wow. Okay, how about this line? There was no slavery in the North. Bullshit. Okay, how about this line? Columbus discovered America. Bullshit. All right. We all know that Columbus was exiled for that crap too. He just ran off with the Queen's money and said, "I'm going to America. I'll be right back." Okay, Americo Vespucci has more claim to the naming of this land than anything else because it's named after him. He's got 2 continents: South America and North America. Okay, Amerigo Vespucci. How are we not celebrating that man's success? I don't get it. But yet we will paganistically in this country give it to some Gravacho that basically did not find shit. He got lost. And we giving that fool more credit than anything else? Wow. Remember, people, distortions in history, okay, distortions in history, okay, proves only one thing, that the truth is hard to bury. And this is one of these things, and these are a few things that, pretty much, the supremacist movement wants to make sure that this happens and stays, how can I say this? That it stays, a study factor, say, pretty much in, grade schools in every generation. Complete generation meltdown of our history altogether. Is that it? Could be. You never know. Never know. How about this? Okay. There's also the issue of, say, like, the Irish were slaves too. Is it true? Well, if we're talking about slavery as it was practiced on Africans in the United States, that is hereditary chattel slavery, then the answer is a clear no. You had indentured servitude. That's pretty much what they had. All right. Let's see. What else have we got here? Oh my goodness. Okay. Yeah, I can't pick up most of it. Oh, okay, cool. Check this out. The first slave owner in America was black. Is it true? It depends on how you parse the timeline. Anthony Johnson, the black ex-indentured servant, whose bio opened of our podcast here, did sue the whole John Kaiser for life in 1653, and the resulting civil court decision remaining Kaiser to Johnson's ownership was, as historian R. Halliburton Jr. writes, one of the first known legal sanctions of slavery in the colonies. The phrase "one of" is crucial. The ship Desire brought a cargo of Africans from Barbados to Boston in 1634. Yes, yes, slavery in the North. These people were sold as slaves. In 1640, John Punch, a runaway servant of African descent, was sentenced to a lifelong slavery in Virginia, while the two European-born companions who fled with them had their indentures extended. Okay. European-born companions. Okay, so therefore, this man was basically, Anthony Johnson became the first man, was the first, whether or not he was a slave holder, he was certainly not the last black person to own slaves. Bottom line is this, people. Only a small percentage of Southerners owned slaves. The vast majority were in the Confederate Army and were simple men of meager income, rather than wealthy slaveholders, writes the anonymous author of the widely circulated Confederate history fact sheet. Okay, so according to the 1860 census, taken just before the Civil War, more than 32% of white families in the soon-to-be Confederate States owned slaves. Of course, this is an average, and different states have different levels of slaveholding. In Arkansas, just 20% of the families owned slaves. In South Carolina, it was 46%. In Mississippi, it was 49%. By the most measures, this isn't small. It's roughly the same percentage of Americans who hold a college degree. Okay. Oh my God. Anyway, bottom line is this, people. Bottom line is this. When you're out there watching this Black Panther movie, and you're watching pretty much, how, white people are basically selling you a myth, okay? Selling you fantasy. And that's selling you the reality. But you can stay in that fantasy for as long as you want. It's soft. It's just like, just like making love, baby. Just keep doing it and doing it well. Yeah. That sort of thing. But the funny thing is this, the recklessly funny thing is this, is that the fact that when you have, I'm serious, you're going to have a whole group of people go out and watch this film. And it's not so much as, like, say, for the black community to, like, support something that somebody, that Stan Lee basically, put together. All right. Now, it falls on Stan Lee's head and all the other people and so forth that made this movie in such a way that it glorifies, how strong the African person is. Okay. Which, you gotta give it, it's due for what it is. It's entertainment. Don't take it as a part of history. Don't take it as part of some sort of myth, or anything of that nature. It's just fantasy, people. Reality is when you step up out of that movie theater today, hopefully nobody gets shot. Then too, the NRA has a lot to explain for crap and everything, and I don't think they're ready to do so at this moment. Okay, they're not ready. Okay, so here it is once again. Gunfire erupts at his school. Leaders offer prayers. Children are buried. Repeat. Again. Something about Dr. Daring's question seems to be a little bit more poignant than anything else today. All right. And what does that mean? What does that mean? Well, it's the same thing. Gunfire erupts at school. Leaders pray, offer prayers. Children are buried. Repeat. And again, where is the label of terrorist? Where is the label of terrorist? Does it belong where the most crime is happening towards children or towards people of color or who are just minding their own damn business? And then you have some nutcase, okay? And now the American white terrorist now has another shield to hide called mental excuses, okay? Mental excuses and so forth. I'm like, come on. How long are you guys going to keep continuing to hide this terrorist word and put this on people of color when you got homegrown terrorism? From Timothy McVeigh to the Unabomber all the way down here, as white as I don't know what, but yet still, they're not labeled as terrorists because they're committing terrorist acts against humanity. Okay? Yeah, that's me, Mushroom Man. Thank you, baby. All right. She was beautiful, man. God, you gotta see the video. She's beautiful. Go to the end of the video of Black President. She's right. My God, but she's married. All right? Oh, it's horrible. Terrible. Ooh. Anyway, once again, from the New York Times, once again, she says thoughts and prayers because it happened once again. Black jacket police storming on American school and lockdown. The anguished parents pressing against the police cordon. The morning's hurried goodbyes suddenly precious. The assembled media unfolding camera tripods, the chasing the same story angles as if for the first time. Yaga. Aerial footage of children filing out of school, hands above heads, and surrender to the tense moment. Yes, it looked like a straight up staged lockdown for, stage 2 lockdown, like you're capturing like a whole bunch of illegal immigrants or anything like that. But anyway. Suspect in custody, Nicholas Cruz, 19, a former student, was expelled from the school, and who unnerved acquaintances with his obsession with violence and guns. After the slaughter, the police said he dropped his legally purchased rifle, an AR-15, ran out of school and bought a drink at a Subway. Okay. All right, first and foremost, no, Nicholas Cruz is not Mexican. All right. If anything, you got to figure on that particular point of time, that particular part of the world, you're either Cuban or Puerto Rican. Okay, so I'm willing to say Cuban. All right. So if anything, these are shootings that are happening in the school. Again, we do the same thing over and over and over. And my question here today, this Facebook question of the day, if the Second Amendment, the right to bear arms, is a right under, protecting, the basis of the Second Amendment is to protect your home, to protect, say, the country in case of invasion. It does not give you the license to go out and shoot people. The Second Amendment gives you a right to bear arms when we are faced with an imminent decision to defend our home. Not to go out to use as a point of revenge, not to use at a point of, glorification of violence, or just because you cannot figure out a way of getting to manhood, you have to do something stupid. Killing is never the answer. But what it demonstrates here today in this country, people, is that we are allowing this to happen. Okay? We may not be able to have the money to go head-to-head against the NRA, but we can do something very, very experimental to their solution. It's real simple. You start a ballistics guerrilla war with them. Okay? It's real simple. find the plant that actually makes the bullets. Okay, find the plant that actually makes the bullets. These bullets are made someplace. Find the plant that makes the bullets. Pass that down, blow it up. That way, nobody got no more bullets. I mean, anybody can have a gun, but one gun and the bullets do run out. I'm sorry, what do you got left to use, you coward? That's why I like sit up and say, you know, you guys are just like, you know, come on. You're gonna fall for this okie doke? You're gonna fall for this okie doke? By all means, go ahead. Fall for this fall for the okie doke. Because you deserve it. You do. You should freaking deserve it. Alright? Using a gun on kids, what's wrong with you? Using a gun on people in church, what's wrong with you? Using a gun on the government building, now that makes sense. Okay? If you're going to use a bomb or a gun and whatnot, do something that is an ire to the federal government. Like, go in the bank. Don't rob the damn thing for the freaking money. Burn the money in the fucking vault, you idiots. God. How about this? This is the halfway point here, and you're listening to and watching on simulcast the KTG Morning Show with your host, the Rich Man, here early in the morning here in Colorado Springs, PA, and of course we call this El Paso County. My God. Y'all know how this works. Anyway. So if you're on YouTube, we're simulcasting between Facebook and YouTube. So if you are on YouTube, okay, you sit up there and you press that bell, hit that like button, subscribe. Join us throughout 2018. It is a funky year already. I told you guys, at the end of January, everything changed. All right? It sure enough did. DJ Sucker Punch says, save your nuts and make sure that you get a chance to do the Kung Fu Saturdays with us on Saturdays. We're also going to have tea time from Teen producer Dan Pettigrew, and that lets you know right then and people, if you have a program idea and you want to produce it and put it on KTG 860 AM, by all means do so. If you are a small business and you need advertisement on the radio station that services 496,000 motherfuckers on the planet, okay, then by all means, hook us up. You can do that by going to our Facebook page or simply emailing or emailing us at ktng860am at gmail.com. Okay, now back to the show. See that black fuzzy stuff. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, let's get back to our stories here. We're only halfway through. Get up and do the very good bacon and egg thing here today. Oh God, that's right. Profile. Ooh, I look good. Anyway. All right. Okay. And let's see, where's our story? Okay. Oh, wait a minute. There we go. Hold on. There we go. Just going through my usual things. Okay, so the fact of the matter is this, people. We have these instances of people like, gun control. We can sit up and scream gun control all damn day. But think of it, people. This school incident proves nothing. Okay? Especially when social services are about to get cut so we can fund the military to have this godlike presence across the planet. Think about it, people. We're all screaming for gun control, but we're giving millions to the military. And for what? For what? I tell you what. We're asking for gun control, but we're asking for a bigger military. That's just oxymoronic as jumbo shrimp. Okay? It really is. Think about it, people. Think about it. Why would you want gun control if you want to spend money on a bigger military? So that way, you take those guns, you put it in the hands of the military, and the military basically takes over the United States. Okay? Yeah. We're quite corrupt underneath that flag of democracy, aren't we? Yeah, think about it, alright? I find it hilarious, dude. I do. I find it freaking hilarious. Because we'll do that. Matter of fact, let's get on to some very funny things here. Such as this day in history. Alright? Here's something good. 1857, First National Deaf Mute College is incorporated, which is cool. If you ever get a chance to work with the deaf or the blind, I think it's a rewarding experience. That garbage. Let's see. 1923, King Tut's tomb is unsealed. Don't want to care. Let's see. Don't care about that. Let's see. Don't care about that. Oh, here we go. 1959, Fidel Castro seizes power in Cuba. Yes, Viva la Revolution! Okay. Was sworn in as premier of Cuba after leading a guerrilla campaign to overthrow Fulgencio Batista, the Beast. Alrighty. Let's see. Oh, here we go. 1968, first 911 phone system inaugurated. So now that we know where 911 came from, it's too bad that 9/11 cost, several thousand lives. 1987, Treblinka Nazi concentration camp trial was happening. Ivan the Terrible was sentenced. Found guilty of war crimes against humanity, but the conviction ended up being overturned by the Israeli Supreme Court. There you go. 2005 Kyoto Protocol to effect, which means is the ratification by Russia. The pact went into force, limiting on greenhouse emissions, rising world temperatures, melting glaciers, and rising streams, which we are rising now. To let you people know and so forth, that we rose at least about a good, I think it's like 2 inches in the last 10 years. Sea levels are rising, people, and for this country to sidestep culture about climate change is probably the most, it's probably the most barbaric thing that you can ever ask for. But we as stupid ass human beings on this planet, we're going to find out how stupid we really are. Mother Nature is a lot smarter than most people give it credit for. She's slow, she's patient, and then when she has to act, boy, it's like bam, like a bolt of lightning, like comes from out of the sky and ruins your whole freaking day, doesn't it? Ugh. Anyway, got some like stupid news here. First, I want to go to the international side of this and so forth, because I think this is pretty much what South Africa has been asking for quite some time. We have to do this because this sounds like, the beginning of something very new that could spread even to here in the United States. So Ramaphosa, he basically won the election, and he aims to lead South Africa out of corruption swamp. Okay. All right. Man's got a healthy smile. That's what I can say. AP, Associated Press, there you go. Johannesburg, from Soweto Township to become the leading anti-apartheid activist and a wealthy businessman, Cyril Ramaphosa has been a central figure in South Africa's tumultuous history before becoming the country's president on Thursday. Astute and articulate, the 65-year-old former deputy president marshaled the forces that brought scandal swamped Jacob Zuma to resign late Wednesday, and now faces the challenge of rejuvenating one of Africa's most powerful economies. Ramaphosa, you got time. You do this right. Might be visiting the ruling African National Congress. Couldn't have gotten a better person to lead the country out of crisis, said William Gunadi, professor of the School of Governance at the University of Witwatersrand. And there we are. What's exciting about Ramaphosa is that he is a proven strategic thinker and actor, Gunadi said. As the leader of the National Union of Mine Workers in the 1980s, as the ANC's negotiated to end apartheid, as the chairman of the Assembly writing the Constitution, Ramaphosa has negotiated very difficult, complex problems, and he has delivered solutions. Solutions! Our solution here is to kill cheeseburger. Put a nitrous oxide, put a nitrogen bullet. Put an ice bullet in his brain. Okay, so it can't be betrayed. So what you want? Anyway, Ramaphosa basically became the leader of the ANC's Africa's oldest liberation movement in December by narrowly defeating Zuma's ex-wife, Nkosazana Dlamini Zuma. He quickly spoke out against the corruption that had weakened the ANC, which has been in power since the end of white minority rule in 1994. and sped up the momentum that led to Zuma's resignation. So basically, there was a lot of corruption that went on through all this whole thing. But now you got somebody who comes in with solutions, who can run the freaking country that much better. And not only that, but to give point way to a better economy. The best thing, and this is a suggestion here, Mr. Ramaphosa, to do is to root out all the foreign interests that are basically stripping your country of millions and trillions of freaking dollars that are not designed to go into African hands. End the colonization rights of people, and you'll get rid of the privilege. Once done that, you'll be able to not only do that, but also put a tariff on white women basically going into South Africa and picking up, black studs and so forth for sex. Come on, man. That's a sex trade. Get rid of your sex trade. Get rid of your human trafficking trade. Get rid of your trade inequalities with the United States and the rest of this world, and the African people will be rich and wealthy beyond measure for generations. And that way, set up a nationalistic attitude like the rest of these white countries and so forth, and prove that if you're black, you're welcome in here, but everybody else get the fuck out. Straight up. Just be hardcore militant with it. And see how the rest of the world would then look at it then. Okay? See how this quote-unquote shithole country, repelled every colony ever existed between Europe, Portugal, Italy, United States, Korea, Japan, China, you name it. Okay, even Australia and South America got pieces of Africa, and ain't nobody sharing nothing with the people there. That's history. Anyway, okay, we got two goofball stories here. First and foremost, I think this was pretty easy. Arizona cheerleader gets ejected from game from heckling Arizona State players. Honey, if you're on the same damn team, I'm pretty sure somebody sipped something in your water bottle to make you go this stupid, okay? So here it is. When you got cheerleaders and so forth, I'm thinking that they're supposed to cheer for you. But if you're heckling, your own team, and you get booted out of there, there's not much you can actually do for that. There's nothing. I mean, the referee briefly stopped the game to see what was happening, and then ejected the cheerleader, which is something that we rarely don't see. How do they got this Arizona team? I've seen players, I've seen coaches get ejected out of games for acting stupid, but when you get a cheerleader acting stupid against the same freaking team. That lets you know right then and there that our presidency is marked with hypocrisy and baseline stupidity that just very shameful to say exist. Pretty bad. But unfortunately, hey, okay, go and shake your pom-poms, little girl. Go and shake your pom-poms. Okay, it's inappropriate. Everybody started complaining it's inappropriate. Okay, look. First and foremost, was old girl drunk? That's what I want to know. If the old girl was drunk and she was doing this, man, yeah. I'd laugh too. I have to, because it's funny to me. How the hell do you get thrown out of a damn game, ejected out of a game, and you're the cheerleader? Okay, bitch is stupid. Okay, but there's been a lot of Me Too speculation on that one. I mean, maybe it's I don't know. Maybe she had way too many fruity in her pebbles. Okay, straight up. That is ridiculous. That's just straight ridiculous. Anyway, here's another stupid report here. That will basically make your hair cringe, is to let you know that no, there's no such thing, and I repeat, there is no such thing as decent help when it comes to being, when it comes to humanity. We can help people in such ways, but when you're asking for help, you wind up getting, the wrong, I don't know. I guess the wrong spiel for it and so forth. Of course, needless to say, this is acting stupid again. Come on, you crackpot thing. That's what I love about putting things together here. Yeah. Anyway, here's the story. Yeah, and I think 9 times out of 10, this will, like, you know, give people an idea of how special, you know, our protective services here in Homeland Security, but more importantly, how we are able to find a way, especially any kind of way, to be hedonist, be hedonist in our speculations, and not only that, but our execution in actions. Okay. Here it is. NBC News. Immigrant faces deportation after calling police for help. How in the hell is that? Father of 3 in Washington State who called 911 simply to report a trespasser was handed by local police into custody of federal immigration officials. His lawyer charged on Tuesday. Okay, there was some booty that was like, never mind. Anyway, Wilson Rodriguez, 32, called the police early last Thursday morning after he saw someone trespassing on his property and looking into his car and house in Tukwila, Washington. He became very nervous for the safety of himself and his kids and called the police. But an hour later, officers from the Tukwila Police Department drove Rodriguez to a U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement field office in case that, you know, many of the advocates there who were fighting the same and so forth could make both documented and undocumented immigrants hesitant to report crimes in the future. So needless to say, this was like, you know, wait till they call for our services and then we can put them in jail or we can deport them. That's a slick trick, don't you think? That way the police department basically just doesn't have anything to do with it and they can wipe their hands. Now see, if we're not paying attention, people, these are the tricks that are coming for you. Okay? My gente, this is what's coming for you. Okay? Especially if you're not living in the sanctuary city. But Republicans and Jeff Sessions and everybody will get rid of that distinctive premise. And if they do so, alright, if they do so, guess what's going to freaking happen? Everybody and their mama's going to have, like, you know, a conniption. A straight conniption, straight up. Alright, that's one thing that you guys really, like, take a look at. But let's see what the rest of the story says here. In an initial statement Thursday night, the TPD said officers responded to a report of suspicious person and found someone trespassing on the reporting party's property. Okay, so I'm thinking, you know, is this like, you know, relatives of the cheerleader? Because stupidity just seems to run rampant here. Okay. The police statement said officers discovering quote-unquote an outstanding warrant issued by ICE when doing our normal process of verifying identities. Confirmed with the issuing agency that the warrant was valid and transferred the individual with the warrant over to ICE. How convenient. Do you not see what kind of practice is going on here, people? Do you not see what kind of practice is going on here? Alright, let me paint this picture here for you. You call the police. It doesn't matter if you're black, white, brown, or anything like this. You call the police. Now, if Jeff Sessions has his way, we wind up having a debtor's prison. We can have normal prison. We can also have deportation prison. Okay? Think this through, people. Think this through. Pretty soon there'll be a prison for every single thing out here, because prison is the only recession-proof industry that has never fell into any type of recession since its inception. Okay? Come on. Happens every freaking day. We just put a lot of poor people in there because that's the easiest thing to do. Because what? They lack the intelligence, the totality of, like, thinking for themselves. No. This is a much bigger setup, people. A much bigger setup. As it says in the Bible, there will be a day when your home is stormed in, and if you resist, you either die or you wind up a slave, one or the other. It's in Revelations. You'll figure it out. All right. what I find most interesting about that story is that they can actually, there's like evidence of FEMA camps designated. There's something being built here by FEMA as well, and they've been digging the side of the freeway for quite some time, and it triangulates between here and Fort Carson. All right, it's really, really, really strange, but it's true. We're going to find out what. I am doing a lot of investigative reporting, for the most part. For the most part, because it needs to happen. The world is full of mysteries, people, and we got to take time to unglue a lot of these mysteries. Now, the world has a lot of stories, and we got to tell as many of the stories as we possibly can about the human diaspora, about the human condition, about the human strata altogether. So here we are. Consumer fraud in our gun control policies, consumer fraud in lies in Black history, the consumer fraud, in on what we think justice is. I say on a grand scale of things, this country continues to lie to the rest of the world. And you know something? The rest of the world is buying lies. Every single one of them. But I got to give my hats off. I got to tip my hat to Mr. Ramaphosa and say hopefully that you will be able to show the people how to think, how to reason, and how to use solutions that mean well for the people. I will keep my eye on you. I have regents out there who will keep an eye out on you. All right, so you either do good or it's like I got no glasses and everything, make it look like I'm cockeyed and crap. Well, eventually I'm going to get new glasses. So there. Leave me alone. Don't judge me. Anyway. What we're learning here today, people, this I call the African mental liberation from diasporic mystery in Black History Month, is a system here. It's a symptom. It's a system altogether that we must take hold of and actually really show that we can actually do this. Now, Ramaphosa is going to basically be our litmus test to ending corruption. So I want people basically out there, Mr. Ramaphosa, and let him know that we're actually doing the best we can to catch up. We have to. Because if we are actually getting, if we're actually getting, our shit together here, then maybe there may be room in Africa for us. So, Mr. Ramaphosa, I hope that you do get get everything together, and hopefully one of these days, we look forward to seeing you here in America and giving the Black man and woman here, people of color, a reason to hope that there's clarity, in our ancestral land. In the wars in South Africa, man. In the wars in the Congo. In the wars. And don't wind up finding vibranium, because then everybody will be like, Wakanda this, Wakanda that, Wakanda have like $5 from you, please. If anything. But I gotta say this much and whatnot. When you guys go out and see the freaking movie and whatnot, please remember to separate fact from fantasy. Okay? And look at the film as an objective piece of fantasy, because that's all it is. Okay? It has nothing to do with history. It has nothing to do with the conditions that we're suffering now. Okay? That we're still suffering now. Okay, so if anything, what I got here to do, baby, is I gotta sit up and say good morning to all the people that were up with us today. Alrighty? So, dang, where did she go? Oh, that's right. Okay. Princess Kuma Gibson, she gets the early good morning and so forth for some reason, because we were on, we were doing, the message thing and so forth. So I guess Pretty much done well. Anyway, let's do our shout-ups and our shout-ups, so that way we can get our day started, have a great Friday, and go out and party. All right? Well, if you're out here and so forth, build igloos. Snow. Gotta love it. Anyway, first good mornings. Going to go to my new people. Let's see. Trez, Gorilla Republic, good morning. Tushimo, Tomiso, Tisal Makalo, good morning. Emmanuel Katana, good morning. Sean Scott Bazaro, good morning. LJ, good morning. Bakang Sounds, Mwe, good morning. Princess Kuman Gibson, good morning. And also to Walt Jenkins, the man, the legend. Walter, let's see, the man, the legend, the guy that puts it all together, they call him the music master, that sort of thing. Not a disaster, people, but a music master. Tanner Mason, good morning. Let's see, also Melody, Carolyn, wherever you are, good morning. Brenda Ekus Perkins, good morning. Soulsonic Bays, good morning. Clarence Lumford, good morning. Chuck Freeze, good morning. Jennifer Reed Martin, good morning. Good morning. Don't worry, honey, it's always dark for the light. Jack Gauthier, good morning. Paul Nagatao, good morning. Gabe Rosales, good morning. Rena Rivera, you crazy woman, good morning. I don't know why you're so crazy. Okay. And let's see, Ross Bernard Benzema, dude, hold your head up. It'll be all right. It'll be all right. You gotta go through some stuff. We all going through some stuff right about now. Every last one of us. But you know something, it's not how you start your day, it's how you finish it. Finish it strong, finish it hard. And not only that, but make sure that your grind is worth what you're doing. Make sure that you're happy in what you're doing. Okay? Make sure that you bring happiness to others, regardless of how they view you. That's why we have to show compassion toward our enemies. Even though we reach to a point of like, we got to give them a patada in the culo. All right? So if anything, Maria Shashiri, good morning. I know you love my craziness and my information and whatnot of what I do here. I say good morning to a lot of people for I want to do and meet one day. I met some of you already, so that was crazy. Yay! That's right. I was happy about that. I'm always happy about things, man, because you can't be miserable in your life and expect to have your pity party lord over, whatever the hell's going on with everybody else. Intention whores, man. I tell you, y'all drama queens left and fucking right, man. I don't have no emotion for it at all, period. Gotta love Luchu. Anyway, we're gonna check out, and guy got a grip of shit to do today. And yes, hold up. Just for you guys here on Facebook, so this way you guys can see this on YouTube too. I'm gonna do the LeBron James real quick. Come on. Oh, man. Come on. Y'all think about that, all right? How is it that LeBron James makes a workout video and everybody across the NBA, as well as everybody across the world, is basically doing the exact thing like I saw that crap, man. I fell the fuck out. Anyway, I know I got a potty mouth. But you know something? Double nickels, I earned more than my respect and right to do it. I'm proud to do it. So anyway, people, I gotta get up out of here. But for the most part and everything, I'll leave you guys with some parting words and advice. Maybe this will help, maybe this will not. But maybe somewhere along the way, it might stick in the back burner of your freaking kitchen, and you might be able to use it instead of being just that. All right. Anyway. Best thing to do, people, and so forth, is to, and I say this emphatically, that you should actually, try and, there you go, thank you, okay, as human beings, we have to look at the things that we do, and the things that we are doing, and things do change, changes do happen. But keep in mind that change is for the benefit of the good. Can't be anything worse. When one door closes, another door opens. Keep your eyes on the prize of opportunity, and it will be there for you. Do what you can and help others out. But most importantly, make sure you keep your ass covered as well. Okay? That's just real. All right. Don't allow no shit in your house. Okay, straight up. Keep your fingers in your pockets. Because that makes it easy for me to rob you. Okay. Anyway, I gotta get out of here. Love everything that you do, and make sure that you guys have a beautiful weekend. I'm gonna have Con Saturday come over. We got speeches from Marcus Garvey today. We got a lot of good stuff happening with our Cheddar Man evidence. We'll do some Cheddar Man today. And we're also going to do some concerts. We're going to have some good concerts with Stevie Wonder and also, let's see, who else? Music moves me, man. What can I say? All right. Okay. Remember, people, have yourself a blessed and beautiful day. Smile as big as you can. Don't let nobody take your shine. I don't care if